Whenever we bite into a delight, we often wish we could make something like this at home. This is why I, Namita Sood from Mom Daughter Bakes, bring you some easy, delectable, healthy bakery recipes. So be the chef in the new normal. Bake fantastic items at home and don't let your family miss that delicious cake, fresh pizzas, hot brownies, and muffins.
No English breakfast is complete without a muffin. Muffins are sweet or savory. Savory muffins are generally yeasted breads. Muffins are generally between a cake and a bread. They are full of flavor. They are denser. They have a moist and dome-like top. They are really delicious, moist and full of flavor. They can be made with any fruits, seasonal fruits, strawberry, orange, lemon, carrots, apple, you name it, and you can make a muffin out of it. They are individual size baked products. So let's not waste any time and start making some few delicious muffins which are for beginners. Let's get started. The first muffin today that we are going to bake is lemon muffin. Muffins are very easy to make. We don't need to mix them and beat them a lot like cakes. So it's just generally wet ingredients mixed into dry ingredients. The batter of the muffin is much thicker than a cake. Ingredients used for lemon muffin are maida or white flour 125 grams, baking powder 3/4, baking soda 1/4 teaspoon, lemon juice of 1 lemon around 2 tablespoons, zest of 1 lemon around half tablespoon. Zest is always taken by grating the outer skin of the lemon. Don't grate the inner white skin of the lemon. It becomes bitter in taste. Few drops of vanilla essence. Sugar 68 grams powdered sugar or castor sugar, 1 egg, curd around 90 grams, butter is melted 42 grams. First preheat the oven at 170 degrees centigrade for 10 minutes. Gather all the ingredients at room temperature, that's the first step. The egg should be at room temperature. If it's not at room temperature, wait for some while before starting. Sift the dry ingredients, maida, baking soda, baking powder. Sifting is very important so that all the ingredients are mixed thoroughly and there are no lumps. In another bowl, take melted butter, curd, lemon juice, vanilla essence and the egg. Break the egg in one stroke so that no splinters or no shells are fallen in the batter. Mix them thoroughly. Nicely blend them with a hand whisk. Whisk it properly so that everything is mixed whisk in a nice manner. We don't have to do it with an electric blender. We don't have to, make it very fluffy. The muffins are denser and the batter is thicker and low in fat. To the dry ingredients, we will add the lemon zest and powdered sugar and mix it thoroughly so that everything is mixed nicely. Lemon muffins are tangy and sweet in taste, and if you want to make them more flavorful, you can brush them with or drizzle them with a lemon glaze. Lemon glaze is nothing but in a cup of sugar you can add 3 to 4 tablespoons of lemon juice. After you have baked them, then you can drizzle them with lemon glaze and they taste yum. So now we will add the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients to make a thick batter. That's it. Muffins are really easy to make. So the thick batter is formed by mixing the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. You don't have to over mix the batter. Just mix until everything is mixed nicely and incorporated. No lumps should be seen, and then you can pour in the muffin molds to be baked in a preheated oven. Muffins have a thick batter. Look at the batter. This should be the consistency of the batter. You don't have to have a very liquidy batter. You don't have to over mix it. Just mixing it gently so that everything is incorporated. We can line them with the liners which we get easily in the market, or if you want to make the big muffins, you can have a bigger tray. Bigger tray lined with muffins, muffin liners. We can line a bigger tray with muffin liners, or we get such molds also in the market. You can take and bake individually, whatever size you want to bake. You can. I have shown you all the different varieties or types or sizes in which you can bake a muffin. These are the bake and serve molds of the muffins in which you can directly bake and eat. Next muffin that we are going to do is choco chip muffins, which are loved by both children and adults equally. Maida, sugar, butter, buttermilk, cocoa powder, choco chip, baking powder and baking soda, egg. We are making a small portion of choco chip muffins, so we are taking only half egg, butter, which is very soft, or you can take melted butter also, it will be okay. Buttermilk. Buttermilk is 50% curd and 50% water if you don't get the ready-made buttermilk. So you can take half curd and half water and mix it nicely, then your buttermilk will be ready. So the first step is take all the wet ingredients in a bowl, whisk them nicely till everything is blended nicely into each other and you get a smooth batter. In another bowl, we are going to sift the dry ingredients, maida, cocoa powder, Baking powder, baking soda, both 1/4 teaspoon. And again, sifting is very important. I'm repeating again and again so that everything is, you get everything mixed nicely. All the dry ingredients are mixed nicely and there are no lumps, and you get that airy thing. And then you can mix the sugar, caster sugar into it, or the powdered sugar nicely. If it's very fine sugar, normally the caster sugar is not very fine, so we cannot sift it, so we mix it afterwards. And lastly, we are going to pour the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients and form a smooth batter. In muffins, we don't blend the ingredients or the egg too much. The batter is thicker, as you can see, not like a cake batter or a brownie batter. It's a thicker batter. And lastly, we are going to add choco chips, dark choco chips. It's a choco chip muffin, so it has to be chocolatey. And I've saved few to decorate it at the top. We will take a muffin tray, line it with muffin liners as we had done previously. There are some muffin molds. There's one bake and serve mold, and put the batter in the muffin molds, not filling to the top, only the 3/4 or more than little half of the mold should be filled with batter, because we need space when the muffin rises, otherwise it will go outside the mold. And you want to have a good nice dome. So what we will do is take a mold, put around this much, or we will take this mold. I'm making a small portion, so around 4-5 muffins only I will make. So this is, if you want to make more muffin, you can double the quantity, triple the quantity, the ratio remains the same. So I'm getting around 4 muffins. I'm going to top these muffins with few choco chips. It looks nice on top of it. So sprinkle some choco chips on top, which I saved earlier from the required amount. That's it. And now everything is going into a preheated oven for around 50 to 20 minutes at 160 degrees centigrade. Sugar 75 grams, maida 95 grams, milk 25 grams, baking powder 1/4 teaspoon, cinnamon powder 1/4 teaspoon, and a pinch of soda, baking soda, butter, melted butter 60 grams, some raisins, 1 banana mashed, and half egg, and few drops of vanilla essence. So next muffin that we are going to do is banana raisin muffin. We are going to make again a small portion, so we are going to take half egg. First thing, again preheat the oven at 160 degrees centigrade, gather all the ingredients at room temperature, and if they are not at room temperature, then make it at room temperature before you start baking. Melt the butter and then start the process. The first thing is sifting of maida. So we will do maida, baking powder, baking soda, cinnamon, all together, sift them. In another bowl, we will take melted butter, and sugar, and mix them thoroughly so that all sugar dissolves nicely. This is how it should look. Take half egg and mix it thoroughly. So since they are muffins, so no need to blend it hard. Just mixing it and whisking it with a spatula or a hand whisker nicely will do the work. Add 1 banana mashed nicely, and banana should be ripe enough. It can be overripe banana is also good. So if you have overripe banana which nobody is eating, then you can make banana muffins. They taste delicious. Don't think that they are rotten and throw them away. Never throw overripe bananas. You can make muffins and banana breads of that. So it's not a waste. We specially take overripe bananas for muffins and banana breads. Now we can add this vanilla essence, few drops, or around 1/4 teaspoon. Mix all this in the dry ingredients. Thoroughly make it a smooth batter. It's a thick batter. Add some milk, around 25 grams of milk, just to adjust the consistency. It should not be very liquidy. If you feel it's liquidy, then reduce the quantity of milk. And lastly, add raisins. If you want to add walnuts, you can add walnuts. I prefer raisins with banana, so I add raisins. They taste yum. They're really delicious. Raisins go well with banana. You can try that. So I'm going to line this mini muffin mold with muffin liners, and never pour the batter till the top. Always fill it around 3/4 or little more than half, so that it does not overflow and you get a nice dome. This is a mini muffin tray. Never fill it to the top, otherwise they'll overflow and then they'll spoil everything. I made a small portion. You can double the quantity if you want more or bigger one. And one more thing, if you are baking big muffins, then they might take a little more time. And as I said earlier, understand your oven. Every oven takes different time, different temperature. So understanding your oven is very important. So now this goes into the preheated oven at 160 degrees centigrade for around 20 minutes or till they are done. Next muffins that we are going to do are carrot muffins. Carrots in itself are so healthy and full of nutrients, and we always want our kids to eat them. So why not make them in muffins and make them eat? Plus we can add raisins, walnuts, coconuts to make itself a healthy breakfast meal for children. So let's get started and make healthy, nutritious carrot muffins. Maida 100 grams, sugar 40 grams, it can be powdered castor sugar, butter, very little butter 15 grams, 1 egg, around half cup grated carrots or 1 small carrot, raisins, powdered coconut which is roasted along with 1 tablespoon walnuts, and then you can grind them together or you can just coarsely ground them. 80 grams condensed, half teaspoon baking soda, pinch of baking powder, and around 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon powder, and few drops of vanilla essence. Maida, baking powder, baking soda, and cinnamon powder. In another bowl, break an egg in 1 stroke so that no eggshells fall into the batter. Whisk it lightly with a hand whisk. Add melted butter, a very soft butter or melted butter will also do, not the fridge one or the refrigerator one, the hard one, that is not right. Whisk again. Add condensed milk. If you want to add more flavors to these carrot muffins, you can add pineapple juice also instead of condensed milk, and that adds more flavor to it. Whisk them again nicely. Add sugar to it. Make it a smooth batter. Everything should be mixed thoroughly. No lumps should be formed, no lumps should be seen. We don't do it with a hand blender, otherwise it will be over mixed, and that is not. The batter will look little thick, doesn't matter. The muffin batters are thicker and low in fat. Did you see we just put 15 grams of butter? So muffins are normally thicker and denser. Then when we put carrot has some moisture in it, so it will make it little liquidy. So don't worry if the batter is too thick. And then you can add your coconut and walnuts which you have ground, coarsely grounded, roasted and grounded, and lastly some kishmish or raisins to make them more delicious. See how beautiful the batter is. It's really looking beautiful, full of nutrients, healthy, highly nutrient and wholesome meal. In fact, now we will put it in a muffin tray which we have already lined with muffin liners. We have preheated the oven at around 170 degrees. These are ready to go inside the oven which is already preheated. And again remember not to fill it to the top or they will just overflow and spoil. Only fill half 3/4. Burn and give a very bad smell. So that is the only reason. Just keep the tray neat and clean. So this is ready to go inside the oven. So this batter will make around 6 muffins at 160 degrees centigrade for around 20 minutes. We are going to make the most traditional classic vanilla muffins, which are loved by everyone. They are really delicious, and once you eat these muffins, you will never want to buy it from the market. They are so easy to make and really delicious, spongy, full of vanilla flavor. Let's get started and not wait anymore. Maida 90 grams, sugar 100 grams, butter 70 grams, milk 60 grams, half teaspoon baking powder, half teaspoon baking soda, 1 egg, 1 teaspoon vanilla essence. So again, first we will sift maida and baking powder, baking soda. So that everything is well mixed without any lumps and there's sufficient air in the batter. In another bowl, we will take melted butter, sugar, whisk them with a hand whisker nicely so that there are no lumps and all the sugar dissolves in the butter to make a smooth batter. Break 1 egg into this sugar butter mixture, blend it again nicely, whisk it with a hand whisker till you get a smooth batter. Add vanilla essence. It's vanilla muffin, so you have to add vanilla essence. Whisk it very nicely. Add wet ingredients to the dry ingredients. Mix them nicely to form a smooth batter which is thick, not very liquidy. And do not overmix. Remember, muffins we do not overmix the batter. See, this is the consistency of the batter. If you want, you can add little milk to it. Milk is optional in the sense we can decide the quantity of the milk, how much we really need. We don't want it a very liquidy batter, otherwise it won't give that texture of the muffin. So we really need to add by the feel of it. And I'm sure while you'll make it, you'll get the feel and you'll start adding accordingly. And if you have a muffin tray, line it with muffin liners, or you can make it in these bake and serve muffin molds. Do not fill it to the top, fill only 3/4. So this makes around 6 muffins. The name kiwi itself brings that nutritive value, highly nutrient fruit, which is so healthy, and if put it in a muffin, it becomes really a boon for our children. And when we make it with whole wheat flour, it adds to its nutritive value. So let's hurry up and make this delicious muffin of kiwi, and which is a wholesome fruit full of healthy nutrients. Let's get started. Whole wheat flour, sugar, castor or powdered sugar, milk, warm milk. Nothing should be directly brought out from the fridge. Cinnamon powder, baking powder, 1 egg, 1 teaspoon vanilla essence, butter which is melted, and 2 kiwis. First we will sieve the dry ingredients. We will sieve the dry ingredients: baking powder, cinnamon powder, and whole wheat flour or गेहूं का आटा. Next time, whenever you see these kiwi fruits in the market, buy them immediately to make these healthy, nutritious muffins for your children. Next, I have finely chopped kiwi. In another bowl, I will take melted butter, powdered sugar, and mix it nicely so that the sugar dissolves well in the butter, and 1 egg, whisk it nicely, add the vanilla essence. Again, give it a nice gentle whisk. Mix the dry ingredients. Try not to mix everything together, otherwise they might form a lump. So mix them thoroughly. Give it a nice mix. Gently mix it gently. Don't mix it, over mix it, or not with harshly. Add milk, to make a smooth batter. Add the kiwis, keep some for decorating on the top, and now you get this batter consistency. With the milk, decide for yourself how much milk you want to put in the batter. Of the muffin molds, these are bake and serve muffin molds. They look so nice when you serve them in it. Kiwis, finely chopped kiwis on the top. It looks beautiful with these, and they are so healthy, made with whole wheat flour. Let's keep it in a preheated oven at 170 degrees centigrade for around 25 minutes. They might take a little more time because it's wheat, so you might keep it at a slightly higher temperature, around 180, for around 25 to 30 minutes.